This is the story of the 1971 India-Pakistan War. The 13 days war that saw Pakistan divided into two and brought Islamabad to its knees. This is also the most glorious chapter in the Indian military history, where the mighty Indian Army under Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw. This is the story of the India-Pakistan War of 1971, which led to the liberation of the eastern wing of Pakistan, now known as Bangladesh. The story dates back to the time when India became independent from the British in 1947. The nation was divided into two, India and Pakistan. The formation of Pakistan was complicated as two of its territories, West Pakistan and East Pakistan, were separated by around 2,000 kilometers of Indian territory. West Pakistan's obsession with Urdu at the expense of Bengali miffed East Pakistanis. In 1952, the community of students in East Pakistan rose against the imposition of Urdu. The movement was brutally suppressed, with Pakistan Army and police opening fire at the demonstrators. Mujibur Rahman-led Awami League launched a protest against the deaths. But language was only a part of the problem. East Pakistanis were grossly underrepresented in both civil and military services. The Bhola cyclone of 1970, after which West Pakistan refused funds for relief, infuriated the Bengalis. Mujibur Rahman's Awami League swept the election that followed, but was not allowed to form the next government. The talks between Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and Mujibur Rahman had to collapse. It did. The Bengalis of Pakistan took to the streets and refused to pay taxes. Pakistan was staring at a civil war. In a desperate attempt to suppress the strife, the Pakistani military launched a massive operation codenamed Operation Searchlight against the Bengali nationalist movement. Rahman was arrested, foreign journalists were expelled, the Awami League was banned. The survivors of this attack formed the Mukti Bahini, the Bengali military forces which helped the Indian Army fight against Pakistan. The original plan was to take control of the major cities and then eliminate the political and military opposition within a month. In this duration, they killed more than 1 million Bengalis. Too shocking but true, the Punjabi-dominated Pakistan army raped over 500,000 women, including children. A large number of refugees moved to India to escape the Pakistani army brutalities. India, with a fair share of economic issues, could not have let the influx continue. Then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi warned the international community India couldn't take refugees anymore. A war was still the last option for the historically peace-loving India that has never had territorial ambitions. But on December 3, 1971, shortly after 5:30 p.m., Pakistani fighter jets launched air attacks on Indian airports of Amritsar, Pathankot, Avantipur and Srinagar. Meanwhile, General Sam Manekshaw had warned the political leadership of India that a Pakistani attack was imminent. Far from getting caught unawares, India declared the airstrikes as an act of aggression against India and declared war against Pakistan. Pakistan followed the aerial attack with ground attacks on multiple flanks. On December 4, 1971, the Pakistani misfortune in the war began. They ran into 23 Punjab, now called Punjab Regiment, under Major Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri. He defeated an entire Pakistani armoured brigade and infantry with only 120 troops on his side in the desert sector at the Longewala post in Barmer. The same day, the Battle of Basantar started in the Punjab sector, where Indian troops repelled a major attack of Pakistani tank regiments, which could have hit Punjab and Jammu hard. On the eastern front of West Bengal's border, Joshore, Sylhet and Maulavi Bazar in Bangladesh were liberated from West Pakistani occupation. On December the 9th, the Indian Navy attacked Karachi in West Pakistan. It was India's Operation Python. This was a follow-up to Operation Trident carried on December the 4th and 5th. On December 11th, Indian troops were working along with Mukti Wahini. Together, they liberated Hilli, Moimanshing, Kushtia and Noakhali. On December the 12th, Indian paratroopers arrived to mount an assault on Dhaka, Madaripur and Tangail. These cities were liberated on the same day by evening. Pakistani troops received repeated calls by General Manekshaw to either surrender or face death. It sent shivers down the spines of the Pakistanis. They started surrendering in droves. On December the 16th, 1971, the Pakistani administration in East Pakistan crumbled. With no alternative left, Lieutenant General Niazi had to sign the instrument of surrender at Ramna Racecourse of Dhaka. Chants of Joy Bangla could be heard all over as Niazi signed and handed his revolver to General Jagjit Singh. Indian soldiers and Mukti Bahini together celebrated their victory. That was the end of East Pakistan. Of the 93,000 Pakistani troops that had surrendered and taken prisoners of war by the Indian Army, 57,000 were defense personnel, 18,000 paramilitary, and the rest comprised police and civilians. It was the largest surrender by an army since the Second World War. India got a new eastern neighbor as Bangladesh was born. The credit for the birth of Bangladesh goes to the men and officers who fought valiantly against the Pakistanis.